Well, the wonderful Dylan John Thomas is here with us in the studio. Dylan, thanks for coming in. How are you doing?
I'm sound. How you doing, Emma? You
Yeah,
right?
I'm great. Thanks. You've had a busy summer. How's it going?
It's been alright. Finished the album. It's been class recording it, so just buzzing to get out of it.
I bet you are. And you were doing Transmit as well. How was that?
It was decent. Weather was a bit mad, but
Oh, no.
I managed to get through it. So looking forward to getting in about playing my live shows. Got a few festivals at the end of the summer as well.
How does a festival audience compare to an arena or another venue? It must be a different kettle of fish.
It's a weird one because there's a lot of folk who don't really know you. Most of the time when you're playing like your own headline show, most folk there would have listened to your tunes. But playing a festival, there's a lot of people who don't really know you. But I think that I grew up going to a lot of festivals, so just there's a different type of feeling in it when you're in a bit of festival. For us playing the live tunes, for us it's always about being able to play live music. So regardless of where it is, we'll just be class to play.
Yeah, and the rain just adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it? It just makes it all a bit more exciting. But of course, you've been doing festivals this summer, but then the big gigs are at the end of the year. The Hydro again. How are you feeling?
It's a bit mad. I think we're quite lucky in Glasgow to have so many venues that kind of lead up to. So you've got obviously the kind of the circuit, and then you've got King Tut's, and then St Luke's, and then through to like SWG3 and the Barrowlands, and then up to the Hydro. So we're quite lucky as a city. There's quite a good pathway. A lot of cities don't have that. So I always dreamed of being able to play, to be able to tour for a living, but to get to arena level off the back of the first album is a bit mad.
Yeah, just a little bit. But do you still like playing the wee venues like King Tut's as well?
Well, we've done a wee warm-up the other week, and there's something special about the kind of atmosphere that you can kind of cram into a smaller place. As the shows get bigger, it's class to hear all the tunes getting sung back to you, but there is something special about the kind of small rooms.
Yeah, and in terms of fans, you must have a pretty loyal fan base. You see the same faces, be that at King Tut's, be that at Transmit or the Hydro. Is it the same people keep coming along?
I think when the shows are smaller, when you're just starting, I always say the hardest thing to do is to punt the first 300 tickets in each city. So when you're doing the kind of smaller circuit, it is like you're just trying to get your mates who can't be bored. Rather just sit in the house and play FIFA. Like, nah, mate, can you come to the show? Like, nah. So kind of building up, it was. It's always more difficult getting those kind of first 300 tickets, and you usually see the same faces. But it has been a bit mad over the last few years. As I said, kind of walking through King Tut's, St Luke's, Barras, and then now at Hydro.
Do you have a favourite?
I think everyone's a bit different, and you get a different atmosphere in each one. I think that the Barras is always, for most bands, who always say that the Barras is their favourite venue. And for me, we've been lucky to play it, I think, 13 times or something we played the Barras now. So we spotted Jerry there when we were younger, and then when as wee guys spotted Jerry there, and then we done some of the Ocean Cover Scene shows there as well. And then I think we headlined it about 6 times, 7 times.
Wow.
So it's a bit mad.
It's not just Glasgow though, like you're huge everywhere now. I mean, how does that feel?
I think for us especially, as you go down England and across the island, England there's obviously a big kind of indie scene, especially the kind of north. It's Manchester and Liverpool, and then through to Sheffield and Yorkshire. And along in Newcastle, there's always been quite kind of it's been a stronghold for guitar music. So for us, it was always we always wanted to go down there eventually. But it's class to play these shows. I think that we played the Ritz in Manchester a few years ago, and I'm pretty sure that's got a sprung floorboard as well, similar to the Barras, and that was a class gig. So we're just lucky to be able to tour, as I said, to get to the point where we can actually do it around up and down the country as class.
But the busking life gives you that discipline, gives you that work ethic. Surely you're standing out there come hail or shine.
I think it's a bit of an apprenticeship. I was busking for about 4 or 5 years.
Were you?
And for me, it's been able to. I was awful when I was younger, like just the worst singer ever.
I do not believe that for a minute.
No, genuinely terrible. And
how did you get better?
I don't know. I don't think I'm that better now. That much better. I think that so I knew that I had to just play every single day, and busking gave us that opportunity where you didn't need to sell tickets, you didn't need to worry about the full kind of venue side of things. You could just turn up and play. So doing that, and then it kind of sharpened my tools for being able to go down tour.
So when you see buskers out there in the street, do you always stand and watch them, give them a bit of support?
I think there's a few people that came through busking same time as us in our class. I've not really been in the tune much lately. I think that that kind of idea, a lot of that's moved onto like social media, and people would do more like in that world, sit in a house and play tunes. Whereas with us, like when we were it was just about playing live music.
So are you completely self-taught then? Did you do all this off your own back?
Well, I got a guitar when I was younger. For Christmas, it was a wee classical guitar. And
what age are you?
So I was about 10, and one of the boys in the foster house, he also played guitar, and he showed me how to read tab. And from that, I would just get like sheets printed off, just like Eric Clapton tunes, and I would just play away. And from that, I kind of developed a love for finger picking. So I was into like Martin Knopfler, Lindsey Buckingham, and for me it was the way that like Lindsey Buckingham, for example, when he came into Fleetwood Mac, and the way that guitar sound changed them. The way that he done it was, it sounds like two guitars at one time, where the thumb would be playing the rhythm and the fingers would be picking out the melody. And I was always interested in that. You can go back to like the old blues tunes, Robert Johnson. That's the kind of first time you would really hear that in contemporary music. So from that, and then listen to a lot of Sam Garfunkel as well. I think Paul Simon's one of the greatest guitarists ever. It's not really spoke about too much because we think that when it gets to the point where we're talking about lead guitarists, you then go, he's not really in the conversation. So for me, on that kind of rhythm section, on the kind of finger picking, I was always obsessed with that. Through there, I then developed my kind of amalgamation of different styles that I was into, and then kind of put it together for the live shows.
And look at you now.
Aye.
Do you still do a lot of practicing at home, and you're always kind of, I know that you said that you learnt banjo not that long ago, and now you're using the banjo all the time?
Just after the first album, I got a banjo and we took a wee trip around Scotland, and I was just playing all the golf courses and took the banjo with, and I'd actually written a few tunes we were kicking about, and from there, when it came to recording the album, because I'd written a few tunes on the banjo, we thought we would also record that, and it just made a bit more sense, the way that the tunes kind of grew. So it's class to add that back into the set.
Tell us about this second album. Where did the inspiration come from for it? How long did it take you to put together, and what can we expect from it?
Well, I've just been, as I spoke about earlier, just got a bit into banjo, wrote some tunes and I was kicking about a few years ago, and it just kind of grew for there. For me, the first album was speaking about it was always about the guitar parts and sitting within the same, the finger picking was very rhythm based, whereas this time round I was trying to pick out a lot more lead lines. It was a bit more enjoyable to play as well. So it grew for there. I suppose that was the basis. I was listening to a lot more kind of classical guitarists and being more in that world.
How long does it take to put an album like this together?
Well, in terms of time constraint, I suppose there's some tunes that I'd maybe written before the first album was even out as well. So there's no really an actual time period where that I can put on. But it took us probably about, I would say in terms of days in the studio, it was probably about like 20 days or something, a couple of weeks. But we kind of staggered it across to just give us a bit of time. But I think that I'm just buzzing to get back out and playing it. It's been so long since touring. It feels so long. It was 2 years ago.
Is there somewhere that you like to go and write music for your new albums? Is it like a special place that you get good kind of inspiration to go and write?
No, really. There's I know a lot of folk will write on like when they're touring and stuff, but the boys in the band are just playing like Monopoly on the Xbox and just like screaming their head off, so there's never any time.
The glamour, eh? Tour life must be exhausting, is it?
It's alright, but we just play different golf courses every day.
Oh, do you? Is that your thing?
I think it would be exhausting if you were just like on it every single night, and it was but for us we just play the shows and play a bit of golf.
So it's golf where you go to unwind and switch off?
I think it's a great leveler. When if you go on stage and you're playing in front of thousands of people, you go out with class, and the next day you're sculling your wedges across the green and nearly greeting.
Brings you right back down to earth.
Aye.
Thank you, Dylan. We can't wait to see you later in the year.
Cheers,
Thanks so much. Good luck with the album.
Cheers, Emma.
Thanks.
See you in a bit. Catch you.